The world had waited years for this moment. The FIFA World Cup had returned. The stadium was packed long before kickoff. Thousands of supporters wearing red, white, and blue filled the stands. Flags waved in every direction. Songs echoed through the air. The excitement was impossible to ignore. For the United States, this was more than just a football match. It was an opportunity, a chance to prove they belonged among football's elite nations, a chance to show the world how far American football had come. Across the field stood Paraguay, a proud football nation, a team filled with determination, a team that had come to the World Cup with one goal: to shock the world. As the players walked onto the pitch, cameras followed every movement. Millions of viewers watched from around the globe. The pressure was enormous. The expectations were massive. The referee checked his watch. One final look around the stadium. Then the whistle blew. The match had begun. The opening minutes were tense. Neither team wanted to make a mistake. Every pass felt important. Every challenge carried significance. The crowd responded to every touch of the ball. The United States started aggressively. They pressed high. They moved the ball quickly. The players looked confident. Paraguay remained organized. Their defensive shape frustrated the American attack. For nearly 15 minutes, neither side created a clear opportunity. The tension continued building. Then everything changed. An American midfielder intercepted a loose pass near the center circle. Suddenly, space opened ahead. He pushed forward quickly. The crowd rose to its feet. A perfectly timed through ball split the Paraguayan defense. The striker raced onto it. One touch, then another. The goalkeeper rushed forward. The shot came. The ball flew into the corner. Goal. The stadium exploded. Supporters jumped from their seats. Players sprinted toward the corner flag. The World Cup dream had started perfectly. The United States led 1-0. Paraguay looked stunned. Conceding early was never part of the plan. But football can change in seconds. Now they needed a response. To their credit, they reacted well. The next 10 minutes belonged entirely to Paraguay. Their passing improved. Their confidence returned. The United States suddenly found themselves under pressure. Cross after cross entered the penalty area. Dangerous attacks continued arriving. Then Paraguay found their breakthrough. A quick move down the left wing created space. The cross arrived perfectly. The striker met it with a powerful header. The goalkeeper had no chance. Goal. 1-1. The Paraguayan supporters erupted. Players celebrated wildly. The match was alive once again. Now both teams believed victory was possible. The pace increased. Challenges became harder. The atmosphere became electric. Every attack carried danger. Every mistake felt costly. As halftime approached, the game remained completely balanced. Then came one of the most important moments of the night. An American winger received the ball near the touchline. 3 defenders surrounded him. Most players would have passed backward. Instead, he attacked. Quick turn. A burst of acceleration. Suddenly he was free. The crowd roared. He entered the penalty area. A low cross traveled across the face of goal. An arriving teammate slid forward. The contact was perfect. Goal. The stadium erupted once again. The United States had regained the lead. 2-1. The timing couldn't have been better. Only moments later, the referee ended the first half. The American players walked toward the tunnel full of confidence. Paraguay knew they still had work to do. The second half began with incredible intensity. Paraguay pushed forward desperately. They understood the importance of the next goal. An equalizer would change everything. For several minutes they controlled possession. The United States struggled to escape their own half. The pressure continued growing. Then came a huge opportunity. Paraguayan attacker broke through the defense. Only the goalkeeper remained. The crowd held its breath. The shot looked destined for the net. But the American goalkeeper produced a magnificent save. The stadium exploded with relief. Felt like a turning point. And sometimes football creates moments that completely change a match. This was one of them. Only minutes later, the United States launched a counterattack. The move began deep inside their own half. One pass became two. Two became three. Suddenly Paraguay's defense was retreating rapidly. The American players moved forward with speed, precision, confidence. The final pass arrived perfectly. The striker controlled it calmly, then fired a powerful shot. Goal. 3-1. The stadium entered complete chaos. Supporters celebrated everywhere. Players embraced one another. The United States had taken control. Paraguay looked exhausted. The energy that had fueled their comeback was beginning to disappear. Yet they refused to surrender. Every World Cup match matters. Every goal matters. Every minute matters. Paraguay continued fighting. They continued attacking. But frustration started appearing. Passes became rushed. Decisions became poor. The pressure of the moment affected everyone. Meanwhile, the American team grew stronger. Their confidence increased with every passing minute. The crowd sensed something special was happening. The players sensed it too. As the clock moved into the final 20 minutes, the stadium became louder than ever. Fans believed victory was close. But football has a habit of creating drama. One mistake could still change everything. The United States remained focused, disciplined, determined. They continued creating opportunities. Then came the moment that sealed. An American midfielder received possession outside the penalty area. He looked up, saw the goalkeeper slightly off his line, and decided to take a chance. The strike was magnificent. The ball soared through the air. Time seemed to slow down. Everyone watched. The goalkeeper jumped desperately. But it wasn't enough. The ball crashed into the top corner. Goal. An incredible goal. Perhaps the goal of the match. Perhaps one of the goals of the tournament. The stadium erupted with joy. 4-1. The result was beyond doubt. The United States had delivered a statement performance. The remaining minutes felt like a celebration.
Fans sang continuously.
Players enjoyed every moment. The dream of a successful World Cup campaign suddenly felt real. Paraguay continued fighting until the very end. Their effort never disappeared. Their determination never faded. But tonight belonged to the host nation. When the final whistle finally arrived, the noise inside the stadium became deafening. Players collapsed onto the grass. Some celebrated. Others simply looked around and absorbed the moment. They understood what they had achieved. This wasn't just a victory. It was a message, a statement to the rest of the tournament. The United States had arrived. Supporters remained inside the stadium long after the match ended. They sang. They cheered. They celebrated together. For many fans, it was a night they would never forget. A night when football brought people together. A night when dreams felt possible. A night when the World Cup reminded everyone why it remains the greatest sporting event on earth. Because the World Cup is more than goals, more than trophies, more than statistics. It is about emotion, hope, belief, and unforgettable memories. On this special night, the United States created a memory that would stay with their supporters forever. The players left the field as heroes. The fans left with smiles on their faces. And the tournament continued with excitement growing around the world. Because if this match had taught us anything, it was that anything can happen in football. One moment can change everything. One goal can transform a nation. One victory can inspire millions. And under the bright lights of the FIFA World Cup 2026, the United States showed the world exactly what was possible. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think the United States can go all the way and win the World Cup? Or was this simply the beginning of a much bigger story? Tell us your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another football story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next documentary. Soccer Ball Trophy Fire.